Welcome back to After the End, post-apocalyptic America. Last episode, we threw the British into the Boston Harbor. Actual British people. Well, we didn't. We just beat them in a war. But I would have if I was there. However, the president, Milton Bailey, President Bailey, has unfortunately passed away. The flag is at half-mast. But what this means for us is that we can jump on the train for the presidential election. Let's do it. May Hamilton bless the electors. I can't wait to become president. Because you know what? It's going to happen. My platform is strong and stable. I think that's a wrong government, but we'll go with that and hope that it works. General Decisive gains a trait on campaign. This is going to be really cool. Hold an opinion poll. Poll a sample of electors to determine the likely results for the presidential votes. You know what? That couldn't hurt to start off with. Let's do it. The results of the poll are in. General Dis received 473 votes. That seems a lot, seeing as the last presidential election, the winner had 128 votes. Although Americanism might be spreading more, just because of our own influence, and just because of the fact that we've kicked the British in the nuts, so they've got to retreat a little bit. Maybe Americanism is in vogue, you know? And I think it is, personally. Speaking as an American, now officially an American, and soon to be your president, I feel like that's my campaign platform. Kick the British in the nuts. Let's go for it. We're over our domain limit, so I should probably deal with that before we do anything else. We got, a castle in Havana. We might as well trip that away. And of course, we took a bit of the Caribbean. Does that say? I thought it said Las Vegas then for a second. I was about to say, I don't know a huge amount about American geography, but I know that's not true. As is Las Vegas. I think we want to take out pretty much the whole of the Caribbean and form the Caribbean Empire. The mouse is long, or at least it will be. What are our options then? The following people have declared their candidacy for president. These are our enemies. Enemies of the state, and enemies of us, enemies of the people, and enemies of the mouse. Friends of the British, most likely, and I'm just saying, I've heard that, people. Bigly. The following people have declared their candidacy for president. I think I'd make a good president-elect. I'm going to put that out there. Mouse over to see the candidates. Director Emerson. Is that director of the Men in Black? Interesting. Major Warren, Judge Bernard, and Judge Gunning. Who are we? This Ironside. Why are we not on there? What? Why are we not on there? Maybe it's just because we're... I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't tell us about ourselves. Maybe it thinks that's not relevant. I mean, that would make sense. Alright, let's send out our paper at once. Now we can actually run for presidency. Now we're finished writing our damn book. Of course, we're still writing our magnum opus as well. It'd be very cool to get that done. People are endorsing my paper because, of course, they are. Right. I have made ample headway in recording my knowledge on the subject of reactions and cures, but still too vast to touch upon all that makes up chemistry. It will be necessary to narrow the focus of my efforts even further and write on one of chemistry's aspects. So we've got Mythical Cure-All. This is the equivalent of the base game of the Universal Panacea, giving +1 health and some stewardship, I think. Atomic Transmutation, stewardship, big stewardship, like huge stewardship. Let's go for huge stewardship. Vote for President Ironside of the Mouse, big huge stewardship. And of course everyone's, endorsing my paper as well. I wonder if that'll have any play on the election. I suppose maybe they'd like me more if they're the same religion or whatever. We can now make a title. What can we make? Oh shit, one of our vassals actually won the Holy War for... Oh my god, the Bahamas actually took it. Wow. Okay, well that saved us a lot of effort. I'm going to actually make that duchy before they do. And give it to someone a bit more deserving. Hopefully they'll make some vassals, because there's no way they can hold that land right now. 14 out of 3. They'll give that to a vassal, and then we'll give that vassal... Oh my god, they're not actually giving them... Oh, there we go. Right, this dude here. An atomicist. Are you serious? You gave it to an atomicist of all people? This guy. Major, you may become the Duke of Las Villas. There we go. Now, unfortunately, these are vassals under her, so unfortunately we can't transfer vassalage or anything like that. She's causing us a lot of issues, actually, with her sort of major vassal mismanagement. We've managed to snipe that one, at least, which is something. This guy, if we back him, might be able to push some plots and sort of grab the land that should be his, but we'll just wait and see. Maybe the Bahamas will try and take the rest of the Caribbean as well for the mouse. The test results were right after all, so apparently our son is becoming a good diplomat. Absolutely, good for him. We should probably at least educate him in that case. Probably with a good diplomat too. What about this lady? Diligent, gregarious, fruitful, arbitrary, that's not great. Diligent, humble, grey eminence. Yeah, you know what? Javier, hang on, he's our Secretary of State. Our Secretary of State educating our son Donald. Donald Could? Seems pretty appropriate. How's Dolan doing? Dolan's also doing really well. Attractive and curious. He would definitely be the kid I would want to play as if I had the option. We might have that option. He's our rival. He could plot to kill us. That means we could chuck him in prison and maybe even execute him. Let's turn off auto stop plots. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to play as this guy, because he is very, very good, but because we gave him ambitious, he is our rival. We could chuck him in prison. We could also try and take revenge on him and kill him via that method. If we do so, Dolan would then become our ex. It's primogeniture and he's next in line. He was born first out of the twins. Penn an attractive character. Curious could become shrewd. He's also good with diplomacy, so we know what we want to do for him as well. You know what? I kind of like the idea of this kid. Published an essay, learning +2 and 100 science. Thank you very much. What can we do with that besides write magnum opus at this stage? Just choose a speciality which we already had? Okay. Well, after we're done with that, we can actually go to a different society. Which candidate shall we vote for? This Waltney, obviously. Oh my god, we actually won. Oh my god, we destroyed it. The Founding Fathers have made their will known throughout the voice of the American people, anointing me as President of the United States. The results of the election were as followed. Alexandre Mount Pleasant, he actually ran last time, 93 votes. Neil Aldrin, 111 votes. Diz Waltney, 302 votes. Praise the flag. You may now call me President Diz Ironside. Holy shit, we became president. What does that do for us? Diz Waltney is now known as Waltney. It's because president is becomes our first name, I suppose. Right. What can we do as president? Prestige? Patriotism? Do we get any sort of presidential, Can we restore America as the president? Maybe that's one of the, sub sort of requirements there? No, I don't know what being president actually does for us. Holy orders, maybe? Call people in for free? What can we do as the president? I'm not sure. Well, we've got a new ambition to pick anyway, so see the round prosper. Yeah, your president demands it. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, it's awesome. I don't know why, but it's awesome. Magnum opus on atomic transmutation. Did we get the highest quality? Quality 4. We did. Look at that. Martial +1, stewardship +2, learning +1. Excellent. That's going to help out a lot. Now, the problem is you need to have learning of 25 to be able to read it, or be a member of the Ivy League. So, if we're going to play this tactic and play tall with the sort of magnum opuses and stuff, what we're going to need to do is actually keep all of our characters joining the Ivy League, at least to start off with. This guy's only 39, so he's got like another 30 years potentially ahead of him. Now that we've done that, we will drop out of the Ivy League and go join the Bankers Guild. In true American presidential fashion, money wins all. Definitely more than knowledge, anyway. I've made a determination that Warren is an un-American and must be excommunicated. As president, you have the authority to excommunicate the wicked. The failure to justify your decision will weaken your moral authority. Yeah, I mean, high intrigue. I fabricated damning evidence. He is definitely not someone we want to play as. Can we excommunicate our son? Wait, we're religious head. That's how it works. Does that mean we can declare, like, great holy wars, potentially? No, just regular holy wars. So we can excommunicate. We could excommunicate our son. Would that give us righteous imprisonment on him? I'm not entirely sure. Certain branches of Catholicism in the base game do. I don't really want to excommunicate him until we find out how well Dolan comes out. I wish when I give this damn kid an educator, they'd actually educate him and not turn their back on me. Right, who have we got? Diplomacy. You know, why don't we educate myself? Why not? Honestly, let's go for it. We're a good character. You know, diligent, kind, humble, just. The worst trait we've got is gluttonous, and that really isn't saying a lot. Shrewd as well, which will influence his own curious trait there. Alright. Most guests have departed. An evening has turned into early morning, yet Prince Alan and I are still deep in conversation. I agree, Alan. I do express admiration for those willing to die for their country. Does this guy want me to join the FBI? What is he going to do? Me, a man in black? No, we don't want to do that. Obviously, we want to join the Bankers Guild instead. Nah. We're out. Why can't we join then? What do we need? Oh, we just need to wait another few months. I see. The life of secrecy might not be for me after all. We are the president. I mean, dedicating our lives to defending ourselves seems a little odd. And the Dominion here, my niece is going to marry his son. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Can we actually turn that into a full-blown alliance? We can. Yeah, let's do that. Full-blown alliance with those guys. Now, who else have we got? Colombia is also our religion, aren't they? So full-blown alliance, potentially. Offer a non-aggression pact. Done. A wise choice. I'd like to form an alliance with you as well. The Triple Entendre. We've done it. Is there anyone else worth forming an alliance with? There's the last two of the sort of final Americanist peoples there. That's a good alliance though, I feel, and we've definitely got the Redcoat Dominion, maybe on the rocks a little bit more. Oh shit, we can actually push them back. Your president demands his land returning to him. What should we take? What should we take? What is this duchy here? The Santi. Why can't we declare a holy war for that? We'll go back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, careful. Declare war, Santi. There it is. Right. I guess I'm just blind. And what is this duchy here? Low Country. We might actually already have that duchy, which might be why we can't do it. Yeah. Sandhills? Should we declare war on them? I mean, they've got 1,400 men. We've got 1,600 just retinues alone. We've also got 2 allies and 6,000 men of our own. And those aren't even fully reinforced. Sod it. You know what? I feel like we need to push the advantage we've taken on the Brits at this stage and really chuck them back into the sea, you know? 1,200 gold. Let's send it to this lady to actually try and keep her on side a little bit, because she is a very powerful vassal. And unfortunately, she's not... What are her stats like? Could we actually find her a place on the council? Because I'd kind of like to keep her on side if we can. 11 stewardship, really? Oh, that's a bit of a loss. No, our current secretary is just too good compared to her to do that. Right, we've got to keep building up. Somebody remind me when that's done. Leave a comment or something when that building's finished. Build a hospital. For the tech points, actually it's probably worth it. I'm not even bothered about the disease distance, but the tech points alone are definitely worthwhile in this scenario. Right, okay. Redcoats, you're done for. Did we set a... Yeah, we've got a rally point set. And what are we taking? It's this one here, right? Sandhills, no? Santi, that's it. Oh, we could also take the Low Country. No, we'll go for Santi. Now, people of his religion could join him. Unfortunately, he's the only one around of his own religion, besides his vassals, obviously. But I imagine he'll call them in anyway, as soon as they're his vassals. Call in allies. Do you guys want to join your president in holy warring? I would hope so. Seeing as, you know, we're your damn president. Right, raise the troops. Let's get our vassals, our retinues immediately. I will honor my obligation to answer your call to war. Yes. Join your president. This is awesome. Good place, good place. Alright. Let's get this war done quickly. Siege as much as possible, get 1 major battle in. I imagine that might be it. Next step, I think we take out Orlean. Orlean? Wrong pronunciation. Sorry, Orleans. We'll take out Orleans and sort of complete our borders around to here, because that's a little bit ugly, this sort of a bay here. What is this bay? Mobile? Sure. Doesn't look pretty nice with this giant green blob in the middle of us, so we'll deal with that. Then I guess the High Colombian Confederacy might be next on the chopping block. We've just got to keep pushing the advantage while we've got it. Oh my god, they've only got 2,700 men as well. And they're almost fully reinforced. Well, that's not true. I mean, at maximum they could get, what, 6,000 men? Shit. What's our retinue cap? Could we... Oh my god, we can increase our retinue cap as well. We're just too good. Like, we're getting to the stage where we're already snowballing. And as long as I can keep the vassal opinion up, as long as I can keep our next characters constantly being as good as possible, I feel like we might be in for a fairly solid path to restoring America, you know? Right. Okay, sweet. Vassals Menifon. Good. Alright, what are our commanders looking like then? Let's take a look here. Dyer, and Alan, the odd one out. Well, we'll get Alan on the center because he is slightly better. I wonder what this guy is. Just some random event spawn guy with a very specific name there. Upper council positions are Marshal. Well, Alan, you'll do perfectly. Thank you very much. If you could reduce our retinue upkeep, that would be awesome. How many men have we got right now? Oh, of course, we've got a lot in the Caribbean. Never really thought about that. Right, in that case, we'll set a rally point for the boats over there. We'll just raise our vassal boats to save ourselves some cash here and there. We could set a rally point. Now, bear with me here. We can set a rally point in here. Now, they'll automatically move over there. They'll move to their closest rally point if they can move to them at all. Obviously, they're not going to, you know, cross these islands to try and get up to this area if the game knows they can't do that. 6 boats can pick up 300 men, so we might as well do that as well. We need to have all the troops we've got, because although we are fighting an enemy that's weaker than us, their vassals will definitely join in it as a holy war at the end of the day, and anybody they've converted that will join in, so to be careful. We've got our own allies involved, though, so... Actually, this is looking like a pretty easy war. They don't seem to have any resistance at all. We're kind of trashing them, and they're at war with someone else as well. Oh, they are, yeah, look at that. Garnet's Conquest. They're fighting a host war, and they're also fighting a major peasant revolt. They've got way less men than we even started the war with. I hope they actually stick around long enough for us to win this holy war. My niece to the Prince of the Old Dominion. Done. Absolutely. Let's make that alliance even stronger still. Unmarried heir. We're going to restrict that and come back to that later on. Ideally, we'd like to start getting some congenital traits into the family. That's something I've not really been focusing on. 59 men can stay there, to be honest with you. No. Disband. My disband button isn't working. They've rebound it. Have we got caps lock on? Oh, right. That explains a lot. There we go. Right. Let's go ahead and move you guys up to... we'll sort of drop them off in... What is that? Wait, don't tell me. Charleston. I want to say Charlotte, but that's the wrong state, isn't it? Right. What happens to those boats we raised there? Oh, our vassal has decided to declare a war of her own, I guess. What's she going for this time? Bahamian Conquest for Kamugay? Kamugui? I don't know where that is. Oh, this one here. Right, so she's going to actually get a ridiculously sort of powerful amount of... become a very powerful vassal, let's put it that way. I should probably try and kill her off. She's kind of getting a little bit out of hand, and she really doesn't like it. She's got a real chip on her shoulder. 9 living members of her house. Should we try and get rid of her before it gets out of hand? 44% to kill off her kids. Right. 45%. What about on her? 149%, because chances are she's ruling over people that really don't like her. Yeah. Kill her off, then kill her kids off when they inherit power, because nobody likes a child ruler. There's actually an opinion malice for that. I feel like that's our safest play here. Right. We could excommunicate her. That would give us more reasons. And obviously people would hate her more, increase the plot power against her. Damn, I like being the religious head. So the scheme inspired Dis. Oh, Columbia declared war on us. 5,000 men. I feel like you should have bought a bigger army there. Despite the fact that, you know, we are at war with a lot of other people. 14,000 men. Really, our vassals brought in that many, eh? The Old Dominion have a lot of troops. That was a good ally to get them. Shit. Okay. Well, those guys are going to help me with that war. We might as well focus on this offensive war against us in that case. Let's merge our troops and we'll see this one through. Then we'll move out and try and stop these guys. Another holding slot. Damn. Okay. How's Orlando doing now? We're 5 out of 6. Jesus, we're really booming the starting province. Disneyland is strong. How to build a well. I've talked about it so much in Mad World and we never actually got it, but we've actually got it this time. So this is build time and build cost modifiers down. Also, just build time minus 20%. With the amount of tax buildings Flogi gives, this is the best, in my opinion, book we could have written. It's going to help out a huge, huge amount. And it's definitely something we need to write more of, ideally. Because if we can get our build time down to 0, you know, immediately spending gold on a tax building, which will in turn obviously give us more gold, which we can invest immediately. You know, we're cutting out that sort of waiting time. And immediately buffing up our taxes whenever we like. It's kind of nice. Do I want to join the Men in Black? No, we're good. No, we do want to join the Bankers Guild. That man has a hockey mask. Heir of the Prophet? Patronally descended from the founder of consumerism. Oh, that's that new religion, isn't it? Right. Consumerism. Old world cultist. That sounds cool. The national mall is held by a secular ruler. They seek to forestall a second apocalypse by spending as much as possible. Interesting. I like his flag as well. That's cool. Has he got any cool artifacts? Oh, just the... we can actually have that because we are Americanist. Does seem appropriate that we'd be able to use the dollar. Alright. So what does this society give them? Tax modifier plus 5%. Autonomy tech points plus 0.05. Already joining that seems good. Oh, it's got shares. Exchange 1,000 shares for hard currency at a 2-to-1 ratio. That's cool. Stewardship. Tax modifier. Tax modifier, stewardship, tax modifier, stewardship. 10% at the highest level. Wow, that's really, really good. And in fact, we're next in line. So if we killed off this dude, we'd immediately get a 10% tax modifier. That's crazy. Might be worth looking into. In the meantime, let's at least fight off these offensive wars. Our allies can probably deal with Britain by themselves. I don't think we really need to worry about that. I think Havelock's on his last legs. Shit, they've attached to us. Oh, they haven't attached to us, but they are following us at least. Let's wait for them to attach to us. There we go. Right. Okay, let's make sure we got our best commanders, because this is a pretty heavy battle. That might solve the war in one battle, I'm not going to lie. 75% war score, boom. 66. Okay, you know what? Pretty close. We didn't completely annihilate their army. Let's go and deal with them then. And what's their... where's their capital? I might as well focus on dealing with those guys. This one here, Atlanta? Yeah. Let's go and hit Atlanta. That should get those guys to surrender and pay reparations. How much are they actually going to pay in reparations? 668 gold. Damn. Definitely worth it. Major General's keeping me healthy, so I can't complain. Absolutely. Kingdom of Cuba. Oh, she actually succeeded with that war. Oh, wait. No, that was Miami actually grabbed some land there. Sweet. Okay. Again, I'm a little bit worried about... She's gone? Died in childbirth? Well, this guy likes us a lot more, so, I guess that's less of a worry. Kingdom of Cuba, we can make an empire. Because we got Florida, the mouse, and Cuba. If we make a titular empire of the mouse. Oh, shit. That's really cool. Oh, they got the Legacy of the Dragonborn music going again. I really like that music. It's I think it's been a lot. It must be just a royalty-free music piece or something like that. Alright. Allies, don't leave. We need you to help me siege. Yeah, who cares if there's a tiny bit of attrition? God damn it, please don't go. Right. We do need to hire some better commanders then, because we are running out here and there. These guys aren't bad, don't get me wrong. And by the time we finish this, we should have won this war with these guys. And that... Are we staying in the positive as it is? Yeah, plus 17 gold a month. That's good. I fabricate damning evidence, lose 10 patriotism, or we can spend 5 evidence. Sure. Alright. Done? There we go. 100% war score. Thank you very much. I will take your 700 gold now. Appreciate it. Right. The president won. That seems so weird. And our vassals are doing exactly what I thought they would do. Sorry, our allies here and just finishing the war for us. I appreciate that. War can be profitable for a moneylender, but not when it arrives on your own doorstep. The current conflict has distributed your moneylending. War is hell. I mean, I wouldn't say that. It seems to be going pretty well for us, all things considered. In fact, it's been the most profitable thing we've done for ages right now. Alright, what have we got? Kingdom of Cuba. Boom. The Commonwealth of Cuba. Sorry, my mistake. We want to keep them as our primary target. Now, what do we need for the Empire level title? 8,000 prestige, I assume. You know what? When we finish this war, I reckon we can do it. And we just need 1,000 gold as well. Holy shit. This is crazy. I think we can actually form an empire this episode as well. That would be so cool. Right, let's get the capital siege down. We might have to go and pop over onto Havelock's capital all the way up here in, wherever this is. Is this not, what's this? It's not Canada. It seems quite far north. You know what? I actually have no idea. Plymouth? That seems like... No. This is in, like, New England, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe not that far north. Look, it's a mess. It's a mess. American geography is a mess. In my mind. I'm not saying in general. 5 days. Do we want to assault that down? We've got a decent amount of men, but it's probably not worth it for the losses and the amount of gold we'd have to spend repairing our retinues. So... And again, Havelock's sending nothing to try and stop us here either. So, you want to marry the heir of the Commonwealth of Columbia to my courtier? Can I offer you someone better? How about my... Oh, we don't really have anyone better to offer him then. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, whatever. Sure, go for it. Don't want to say no to a fellow ally who's helped me win this war. So we are going to have to go and get a major battle, because I don't think we've actually won a major battle yet. No, in fact, we've lost a battle, but it didn't matter too much, luckily enough. Our allies are sorting that down now. We could definitely assault that one. 14 to 10, yeah, I feel like that's pretty safe. What do you think of next, I wonder? The people of Matanzas have developed their language and customs to a point that may now be considered part of a distinct branch of American culture. I don't know what that means. I don't even know where that is. To be honest, that's kind of partially why I put off playing this mod for so long, because I have no grasp of American geography beyond, like, this is where the states are roughly. I don't know, a few, like, state capitals, things like that, but I don't really know a huge amount of, like, cultural touchstones and, like, state cultures and things like that. So, I'm learning, though. I'm learning. And I don't know if this is the best teacher. Do you guys remember when, you know, the president of Disneyland kicked out the British? Me too. 62% war score. Hey, there's 8,000 troops there. If we can kill those guys, that will probably give us all the war score we need to win. Ooh, that was a dangerous battle. 99% shit. Close enough. Where are they going? Fayetteville, PD. They're heading south. Right, chase them down. Where did they go? Oh, they're over there. Oh, they... Shit, we were... That was me being a fool. Alright. Helps if you read. I generally find games like this with a lot of text generally helps if you read. Maybe that's why I don't like... You know, EU4, because I don't like reading. CK2, I basically got it memorized at this stage, so... That helps out a lot. 100% war score. That's more moral authority for us. That's nice. I like that. Right. What's our threat level now? 19%. Okay, not too bad. We're going to have to let it decay a little bit more before we do anything too crazy. Let's give this land away. That was a whole duchy, wasn't it? And we actually can create the duchy as well. Just go give that to pretty much anybody. Gonzalo, Secretary of Defense. You know what? He's really good. Martial diplomacy, you know what? You're just a great guy. Our religion, our culture as well. Here you go. Santi. There we go. And of course, he's going to be loyal for many, many years, or at least until he dies and his heir takes over and his heir hates me. But that's just CK2, right? Is this all retinue? Really? We've got 6,000 men in retinue? That's not even remotely right. Oh, right. That's because we've got our allies are still underneath us. Right, I see. Right, there we go. Okay, idle council members. Let's take a look here. What have we got? We need you studying tech. Oh my god, from pretty much anywhere at this stage. Let's just go ahead and open up, say, what do we want? We want probably, I don't know, probably military organization for more retinues. Let's see, who's got the most here? Oh god, this province, for some reason, is really, really good with retinues. Gem Canyon. How have you done that? You're tribal. I don't know, but we'll send our spy master over there, assuming he can actually reach that far. Not a chance in hell. Okay. I kind of forget that this is the entire sort of CK2 map, isn't it? So, let's try and find somewhere a bit more closer to home. So, military organization. We've got down here, this province, whatever this is called. We've got, this one here as well looks pretty good. Anywhere else? I mean, we're also doing pretty well. You know what? Let's go for here. No, actually, that one was a bit more, that was a bit more glowy. St. Louis in Missouri. Absolutely. Get over there, steal their tech, get me my retinues. We should probably check on our air as well. That's something I haven't been doing. God, that music is so loud every single time. How's our air doing? Prince Dolan. The actual, oh, I got Willful. Willful's not too bad. It's a better way to get ambitious rather than making them your rival. That's a nice change I like with CK2, is CK2 Plus doesn't make them your rival, just makes them dislike you a lot. Which means that, you know, they're obviously not going to try and kill you for trying to, you know, make them ambitious. That doesn't really make much sense. I don't know why Paradox did it like that, to be honest with you. Found a new empire, 1,000 gold. Holy shit. Are you guys ready? We've finally done it. This has been, what, only like 10 episodes now? And we've gone from being like a tribal duke with a couple of holdings to, boom, an empire. An empire with 3 kingdoms. I suppose one's titular, so it doesn't really count that much. But I feel like we made really, really good progress really quickly. You know, the second that invasion got off on the right foot, that's when we snowballed. Right. You need some bribing. You can actually be on my council as well there, Carter. Excellent. Alright, let's give away some honorary titles and keep people on side as much as we can. Farron, my good friend Farron, Court Dwarf. Aurelian, Cupbearer. Farron you'll do as well. Postmaster Taylor, commanders, again, generally anybody good, but you know what, actually vassals that are good commanders are a win-win for me. Gonzalo as well, sweet, this is really good. Ambition, probably build a war chest, we need this 1,000, isn't it, shit. Now, you can't take the loan modifier, oh, you know what, that's CK2 plus, isn't it, ignore me, we could actually just borrow money until we get that. So we can sell shares, what is it? It's 2 to 1, isn't it? So we can get 200 gold from selling our shares. What are our shares right now? 464. Pick the business focus. Happily. Absolutely happily. Look at this character. No congenital traits. 20 diplomacy, 17 martial, 15 stewardship, 19 intrigue, 26 learning. Just from, you know, how long have we been playing as this guy as well? Because he was like 20 when he inherited, right? He was like not that old. Let's take a look. He inherited 2733. We've been playing as him for 26 years, and we've turned him from a very mediocre character into an incredible character. It's just a shame about the hair. Let's give him a bit more presidential. There we go. President Elias Waltney. So we became a president. We founded an empire. We've written a magnum opus. Like, the progress has been very, very good. Now, we do want to carry on with the Caribbean, I think. Yeah, I think we do, just to give us actually, maybe we want to draw the line here at Haiti, because those guys are doing pretty well for themselves. They're actually a king. We got a lot of troops as well. Maybe focus on the Holy Colombian Confederacy. You know, we want to become president. We want to restore America. And it seems like the easiest way to do that would be to try and push for these lands that we kind of already want. You know, the lands that are in our path might be the best way to phrase it. Well, this is falling apart well. We could force vassalize them, because we have that much prestige. We could holy war them. We can't holy war them because it's been too recent since we did the last holy war. Force vassalize some guys here. PD. Force vassalize them for, is it still 1,000 prestige or it's just 100? Oh, lose 250, but we gain 100 when we actually do it. You know what? If we could get all the way up to vassalizing, you know, our allies here as well. Antipus and Colombia. They won't because they're kings, but we could persuade them, you know. This is awesome. A lot of progress. I feel like it's a good place to leave it. As I said, you know, Empire, kicking out the British, writing a magnum opus, becoming president. We've achieved so much. Thank you for watching. And thank you to my super top tier patrons. All the patrons, generally. Because without any of you guys, none of this would be possible. Because YouTube monetization does not pay for anything at all. Barely paid for the electricity costs for me to even record this video in the first place. Lucas Halting, Danny Good, Haydog, Gabriel Van Duz, Michael Mullen, Logan Thorne, Jocelyn, Dean Tester at that very top tier, the best boys of the best boys. Prince OO, What's This, Polemaster, Brandon Matoniak, Quetlachki, Zareven, Necrophilin, Dunconia, 217, I'm the Lizard King, You're under Vreeze, Jordan Campbell, Snippy R, Salaki, Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, Imperator Augustus, and Jack Allen. Thank you all for your support. I apologise if the Patreon list is out of date. when this video is live, I'm not going to be around. As in, I'm not going to be at my PC. I'm going to be probably out of the country at that stage. If you are a patron and I've not read out your name, I apologize. Write down the amount of times I've not forgotten to do it. And the next time that I get the updated list from Patreon, whenever they provide the next CSV, I'll add your name to that as many times as I've missed. You're welcome. See you next time.